All right, cinder cones. These are pretty cool looking volcanoes. Cinder cones are our smallest volcanoes, but they can be anywhere from tens of feet tall. Like, oh, I have a little cinder cone that popped up on my property near a volcano in Hawaii, all the way up to some that are like 10,000 feet tall. But generally, they are the smallest volcanoes we're going to talk about. And they're, so here's like a rough, again, cinder cones come in all sizes. Shield volcanoes, some are bigger than others, but you know, here's a little comparison. This might be a little cinder cone that's on the side of this shield volcano for size comparison. Cinder cones are usually found near other larger volcanoes. So sometimes they're called parasitic cones if they're really on like the base or on the sides of another volcano. Mauna Kea in Hawaii has like 100 little cinder cones around it that pop up. So you can see this is the cinder cone in the foreground, and then here's a larger volcano in the background. Because just for simplicity, we're going to categorize the eruption types as quiet versus explosive. We're going to call this one quiet. You know, I'll say it's moderate depending on the eruption, but let's categorize it. If we are going quiet versus explosive, let's call this one quiet. It is called cinder cones for a reason, because most of the products of this eruption are cinders, right? Part of our tephra group. You're probably also going to get ash. You might get some bombs, but for the most part, little cinders that are erupting out of this cone, and they fall down and build up the base of this cone. So you'll pick up these, you know, tiny little volcanic rocks that make up this cinder cone. There can, I said at the beginning, you know, you have your main central vent in a volcano, but you also have side vents. So sometimes from the side vents in a cinder cone, you'll get some lava flow, but again, primarily this volcano is made of cinders. And again, it's not our most dangerous eruption, although you don't want to get too close, which you'll see in one of the videos that I'm posting. So the example for this one, I'm going to use Wizard Island. There's a lot of other cool examples, but we're going to use those in our next lesson, you'll see. Wizard Island is my favorite because I like to pretend that this is the island that Harry Potter went to when Hagrid found him in the first book. Okay, so just bear with me. So about 7,000 or 8,000 years ago, Mount Mazama erupted in Oregon, and it collapsed and left this indent that we call a caldera. So it was so explosive, and the magma chamber collapsed, and now we have land that dips inward because that magma chamber collapsed. It didn't empty completely, though. So you had a little cinder cone emerge afterwards, and that is called, the one that sticks above Crater Lake surface is called Wizard Island. You can see it in this picture here. Also, I have a video of a little aerial drone view of Wizard Island. There are other cinder cones in Crater Lake as well, but they're just under the water level, so you can't see them.